Katie, why does your hair look like that? Because it's fucking muggy and it's been raining for 42 days and 42 nights. So I've given up. And it's also Elsie's graduation week, so that's why. Um, I was sitting out here on my deck, minding my own business because it's Saturday and it's less muggy than it was earlier and it's not raining. So I thought, I'm gonna sit on my deck because I love it out here. This is where I like to spend all my time if I can. So I'm out here and I'm just scrolling on my phone through TikTok. Like I said, minding my business. This is just, I started this because I want to tell you why I love living next to a bar. It's a strange place to live. I was like, oh, you live next to a bar? That's great. You know, you can just like walk home. Yes, I can, and that is great. But also, I'm sitting on my deck. I don't have my watch on, but it's like, I don't know, whatever time it is now, 7, 6, 7. It's the evening time. I'm out here minding my business, scrolling through TikTok, and I hear, Katie. I was like, I didn't move. Yeah. I'm gonna come over and get a beer. And I popped my head out the deck. And it's the bartender peeking his head over the deck on the bar at the bar. So you just get to form those kind of relationships, which is which is great. So I love that. Also, earlier today I'm in my kitchen doing dishes and a fucking party bus comes down. Now, I mean, the dogs could not get out of my way quick enough. I'm like grabbing my phone off the charger, scurrying into the door because I'm trying to see where they're going, who's in it, what's happening. We are no strangers to party buses down here. It's kind of like a destination place, and people don't normally come. If you're not from here, you don't come here and drink because you don't want to drive home. So if you have a fucking party bus, hello, let's go down to the local watering hole. It was happy hour, and this bus, it rolled up, and all the happy hour people were there. I was just, they were, they were annoyed. At one point, I went in there for like 2 seconds, and one of the gals goes, shh, 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 and she was trying to shush the people at the other end of the bar. She was mad because it was 5 o'clock. I fucking love these people. Literally love them. We, at one time, had school buses just show up here one Saturday night. This was years ago. And we were like, what the all these school buses. There was like 4 or 5 of them at least. And they just like, one would come, drop kids off, and they'd leave. Another one would come, drop kids off. What's going on? Well, apparently, agro, I don't know what this shit means. I didn't go to college. Agro in Mizzou, at the end of the semester or school year or something, they have a poverty party because they also PO at the end of the year. So it was basically a white trash bash. They all got on buses. They came down here, and it was a goddamn shit show. And me, Doug, my sister, my neighbor Jason, we were right there. We were right there in it. Like we were so excited. They showed up. There was actually 2 bars in Hartsburg at that time. There was the Hitching Post, and then there was the Big Muddy. And these kids made a night of it. They had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. I've got some pictures. I'm gonna try to put some of those pictures in here. That was a good time. The poverty party that happened once. That I remember. I think they have it every year. That one year they came down here. It was glorious. So that was a good time. There's been so many fucking like shit like that, just, you know, random buses pulling up. So one night, I don't know if I've told you guys this story, but one night my neighbor Jason and Tyler lived in here too, and me and Doug was there. Like we were all at the bar drinking, and then I don't know, it was late. We're gonna go home and go to bed. This is a weekend, and it really was. I mean, it was like midnight. So Jason texted me and was like, "You need to come back out," and I was like, "Okay, like, well, I'm just getting." He was like, "Get your pants back on and come on." I was like, "Come on, Doug, we gotta go, like we gotta go," because we just been sitting on the front porch. It was kind of like maybe this time of year, kind of muggy, you know, maybe a little rainy. It was just, you know, one of those evenings, but it was late. We just been sitting on the front porch shooting the shit. Well, we know more than came inside, and this little boy rolled up on his bicycle. Oh my God! You just scared me. I was making a vlog. Oh God. Anyway, this old boy rolled up on his bicycle, and we found out his name was Possum, or that's what I don't think it was his given name, but he went by Possum, and he was the coolest dude, and he had a case mounted on the side of his bicycle for his banjo. And I mean, he rode on the trail, rolled up to the bar at midnight. He was not where he was going. His destination was a couple miles down the road, and oh boy, just posted up with us. We sat on that front porch, and I am not sure. Oh, I'm gonna have I'm gonna have to ask Jason. I think it was Brad Bartow that was there that night, and he was singing, and Possum was playing his banjo, and Jason was playing his spoons. Did that happen at your all's house? Did that happen at your neighbor's house? No. What the hell? That was a good one. That was a classic. Last year I met a guy, fucking COVID, and I don't know, it was the weekend, I know, because Doug was home, and I was over there talking. There was not many people there, but there was this guy, and he came in, and he was a bicycle guy, and he was riding his bike, come to find out, from Boston to Los Angeles. He lived in Boston, his family was in LA, and I think his family was like, "Oh, you should fly home," because he had graduated from school but didn't have a job. They're like, "Oh, you should fly home," and he was like, "Man, I don't want to, COVID, you know." And they were like, "Why don't you ride your bike?" Yeah. So we fucking did. Anyways, he was very nice. His name was Matt. And he was talking about like camping at the park, or, you know, and I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah." And I was like, "I live next door." I was like, "You can camp in our yard if you want. Like, that's absolutely cool." And he was like, "Are you serious?" And then I was like, "Do you need anything? Like, do you need Advil, like, for your trip? Or like, do you need me to wash your, do you need a shower?" So anyways, long story short is he was so nice, and he came over and he took a shower. I washed his clothes. We sat in the kitchen and just chit-chatted while I washed his clothes and after he took a shower. And when he came inside, when I first brought him over here, he brought his bike on the deck. I'm such a fucking idiot. I didn't even think about it. And he walked on the deck with his bike, and he goes, "Oh, can I just sleep on the couch?" And I was like, yeah, you can absolutely sleep on the couch. I was like, there's a door that's right there, and my husband's gonna open it because he works nights, so he'll be up a lot in the night working in his shop. So, and he goes, "I am used to sleeping on the side of the highway, so I think it'll be fine." I was like, "Okay." Doug was like, "Why'd you let a homeless guy stay here?" I was like, he was not homeless. Like, he probably is gonna make a lot more money than us, and he was a super nice guy. And then I followed him on Instagram and followed his little journey, and it was so fun. Like, you don't meet those people all the time. I started this originally because yesterday, 2 years ago yesterday, there was a blackout. It was like a tornado or storms or, you know, stuff. I think it was a tornado in Jeff City, but anyways, it was hours before that. There were storms here, and we lost power in Hartsburg. And it was a Thursday, and we had a younger bartender, a newer guy. His name was Abel. and we lost power. Now, if you aren't familiar with Hartsburg or a small town bar, when any sort of like weather activity or anything major happens like that, people come to the bar. Come to the bar. Snowstorm, people come to the bar. Lights out, come to the bar. Tornado, come to the bar. Come to the bar. So all the lights were out. Everybody came to the bar. And normally you get some of these. Sometimes you get bartenders that are city, you know, they are from St. Louis. They're just here going to school. And Abel was like, well, I mean, I might have to close and go to Dollar General and get some candles. And I was like, oh God, he's so good. Because we were waiting for him to be like, well, we can't serve you. We got to. No, he did not. He kept that bar open the entire night until the power came back on, and we all sat there with him. They have like Tiffany style lamps in there. It's not really fancy, they are. And I remember Elsie saying you should get a lantern and put in there, and I was like, I don't think Andy's gonna like it if we do that. And by God, we went and got a lantern and put it in there, and that produced a lot of fucking light. Somebody brought a speaker in. We had put like lanterns inside the Tiffany lamps, so just like flooded the place with light. We had other little lights around, battery operated lanterns, flashlights, whatever. We had it all. There was so much light. Abel kept track of all of our drinks. Everybody paid their tab at the end of the night. We had the best time. We had the best time. Like that kind of shit you just can't recreate. It was so much fun. Snowstorm Gia was another really good time. There's been several times that bartenders have been snowed in down here. Lots of stories with that. And we've always had fun. So much fucking fun. So, I mean, I'm not going to say buy a house next to the bar, but I have some pretty awesome neighbors. Like my other neighbors across the road, they're the best. And then I have like Possum showing up, and the Matt who's just riding his bike across the country, and party buses. Come on now.